What's going on, guys? Luca, host of our Big Round Fitness and Performance, and we're going over a couple of modifications that we do in boot camp and all our semi-privates, and it's basically exercises that you hear that are really good for certain things. And you know, exercise is only good if you do it right. So we see a lot of this, oh, I do my TRX rows, and they just look horrible, and I'll explain why. All right, so we're going to kind of go over, Justin's going to show how not to do them or how a lot of people do them and it's not good. And then we're going to fix it a little bit. As you can see, Justin's been like, he's turned back from a lichen. And he's just like all tore up and stuff, man. I love that. So first, like, we're going to show, you know, what a lot of people do with a TRX row is you can get a little bit more lean on this, right? They're going to jerk up and hyperextend a lot. So at the top, right, even when he's doing it bad, there you go. So even when he's doing it bad, he's doing it pretty good. But you'll see Justin hyperextend, and then at the top, his shoulder, right, his humerus anteriorly glides, right? So it's stressing the shoulder out. His abs aren't working, right? His neck usually will go forward in a lot of situations. So, you know, in essence, it's still better than some exercises that you see that get done wrong. But it's, at the end of the day, it's stressing the shoulders. We're not getting our core to work. Glutes aren't firing. We don't have a nice and good posture, right? And the other thing, too, is the rib cage is going to flare. This is the real key, right? So the way we're going to cue this, all right, Justin's going to set up, and he's just going to be nice and straight, right? Now, I'm going to first tell him to get his rib cage down. So the way I like to get the rib cage down is to just hiss out, compress it, right? So you don't want to flare it, compress that rib cage. Now he's going to get tall with his neck and do it and get a double chin, right? So see how he got tall with his neck and then got a double chin, but without flaring the rib cage. Butt's got to be tight. Now, when we roll up, we want him to actually come away. His elbows are going to go drive a little bit out, and he's not going to go past 45 degrees. So just hold that position. He's going to be a little tired doing that. But we got 45 degrees and about a fist from his rib cage is where the elbow is. Now, what's happening right now, I can feel, apart from the fact that he's breathing hard like lichen, is that his mid and low traps are firing, right? And this is one of the biggest, he can't even drive further than this because he's in a good position. He can't hyperextend, okay? He can't anteriorly glide here. This is a good position. His neck is nice and tall, he's packed, cervical spine is good, his abs are firing, his glutes are firing. I mean, just holding here is difficult for him. You can see his grip going down. And going back down, give me one more rep, right? So about a fist away. There we go, look at that. Pretty nice position. I feel his mid and low trap firing and break. Right? Even just a couple of reps, I mean, he was tired. Because the thing is, people tend to hang off their lats. When they roll, they just lats, right? And I flare this rib cage. Now my middle and low trap isn't firing. And that's basically those muscles that keep the shoulder in a good position, nice and packed and safe without that anterior glide of the humerus. Right? So you can take that and you can apply it into TRX rows, XT rows, body weight rows, even in your regular rows. I mean, we teach that in pretty much everything, right? So take that, run with it, watch what happens. I mean, I'm talking about your muscle activation is going to be so much better. You'll actually feel a fuller pump, and you just will not feel tweaks, okay? You get way more out of it. It is harder. Like I said, you're not going to get this huge range of motion. You don't want that, okay? You want to come up here, shoulder's going to stay nice and packed, rib cage is going to be down, neck is going to be packed, double chin, all right? Use it and get better.